internet, my name is Sisley. Welcome back to Sisley Reacts, the channel I react to music related stuff. Oh my god, this is super exciting. Today, we are finally listening to Madonna's Erotica album! This has been hyped up by you guys so much. Loads of you told me that it is your favorite Madonna album or one of your favorite Madonna albums. So like, I mean, this has to be at least somewhat good. I have high expectations for this. I don't know if it's good or bad because, you know, it's always better to have mediocre or low expectations because you will probably end up loving it either way, but you know, it's Madonna. She is naturally great in whatever she does, so I think having high expectations for this will pay off. But yeah, this was released in 1992, which means it was 3 years before I was born. We're going into the 90s, which is a decade that is kind of a little bit more familiar to me in terms of music, but also I didn't hear a lot of stuff that was popular, let's say, in America or in Western Europe, because, you know, I grew up around all sorts of different music. So I will be really curious to see how Madonna evolves throughout the 90s as opposed to how she evolved in the start of her career throughout the 80s. So we're entering an exciting era. I am really hyped. But before we start, I would like to invite you to check out my Patreon page. If you enjoy my videos and feel like supporting me beyond watching them, feel free to check it out. I'll have a link in the description and in the pinned comment below the video. But yeah, this album has 14 songs. By the way, we're listening to the PA version, which a quick Google search told me that it stands for Parental Advisory, because the non-PA version on Spotify has 13 songs. And the total length is 1 hour and 15 minutes, so we better get into it. So without further ado, let's click play and let's see what this iconic Madonna album is all about. So the first song is the title track, Erotica. Oh, this is a funky beat. Oh, Erotica. Oh, what is going on here? This is really interesting. I love her vocals and her tone of voice here. Like, this is starkly different from what, you know, if we're not counting out Breathless because that was the soundtrack, this is starkly different from what Like a Prayer was. Oh, that is groovy. I like that. I love these soft whisper vocals. I think this is my favorite part of the song. This is definitely a really interesting intro track. The drum loop and the percussions are really fun. It's not very dramatic when it comes to, you know, like dynamic melodies and stuff like that, but I think it represents, like, it plays well with the title and like the theme that it seems to be setting for the entire album. This song is over 5 minutes. That's really interesting. I mean, it's not surprising anymore. Madonna loves to do that. But, you know, it's that long. It did get me wondering, you know, like, how long is the song even before looking at the timestamp. Oh, I love that ending. This song is called Fever. This instantly reminds me of things that they played on fashion channels, at least back in the day. Like the beat and that exact like synth vibe. This just mainly reminds me of things that I used to hear in my childhood. Like, I vividly remember hearing this type of music in, you know, malls and clothing shops and shoe shops and on fashion channels appropriately. So I don't know where the style came from, but it does sound very familiar. Like, this vibe does sound very familiar to me. I love how her voice sounds here. It's soft, but very full of emotion, and it's just always a pleasure to listen to. And like the way it's produced, it makes it feel effortless. Like, it's just one vocal track, and it doesn't get lost. It's bright and very pretty. Oh, I love those extra drums. That was fun. I feel like her vocals are pretty and the instrumentation is pretty, but I don't know whether it's just this type of rhythm or the very soft vibe and how monotone it is that it's not, you know, it's getting boring. Both of the first songs, you know, like the first one and the second one, they're kind of similar so far, and they've been very monotone, so like it's not making me lose my shit. This is called Bye Bye Baby. Is this entire album going to have that one rhythm hook? Is this like a consistent thing that goes all throughout the album? Because I'm getting tired. I love how her vocals sound here though. I wish the vocals weren't filtered here, like, I want more of that beautiful vocal. I'm really enjoying this melody, like the vocals definitely are the best thing on this album so far, because I mean it's Madonna, her voice is wonderful and her melodies are beautiful. Conceptually, this is interesting. And I really enjoy the lyrics. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, I love how this part sounds. The production in this part of the song is really cool. What are the most interesting parts of these songs are the intros and the outros. This song is called Deeper and Deeper. This is really fun because I used to love a song by this name by a band that I used to love. Ooh. Oh, thank fucking Jesus, this doesn't have that same rhythm. Oh, thank Lord. Oh no, wait, it's back. I spoke too soon. I cannot believe it's literally the same rhythm. I'm gonna lose my mind that by the end of this if it's not gonna stop. Okay, this is a bop. I love this melody. Oh, this is really groovy, yes. I love the scores, this is super catchy. I absolutely adore this vocal melody in the verses. I actually have no idea what the singles were from this album because I don't remember hearing any of these songs. Maybe I have heard, you know, on the radio, you know, like in the, you know, while passing by or something like that. But I don't really remember any of the names, so it's gonna be really fun to discover which ones were made into the single, because this sounds like single material, like this sounds like a fucking bop that you would want to listen to over and over again. Oh, her vocal just sounds so good here, I'm in love. Ooh, a guitar break, woo! Oh my god, that sounds amazing. This part is so good, I love it. Oh god, those backing vocals, yes. Oh, that sounds so good. Oh! Oh, nice reference. I love when artists do that. I love when artists do that so much. I love when they reference their own work. That is one of my favorite things to hear. And this song is called Where Life Begins. The kick drum is really odd. but I love the piano.
I like to direct your attention.
Oh, saucy.
To something that needs directing to.
I love her vocals.
I guess that's what this song's about.
That's nice. I'm so invested in the lyrics that I can almost forgive that generic beat. And by generic, I mean generic 90s beat that was everywhere on everything. I love how almost casual the verses sound. I love this pun. I love this pun so much. So much. This is a really engaging song. Like, in terms of the lyrics, it just draws you in. I'm loving that. This is too clever. Like, these lyrics are too clever. I'm in love. I can't. The whole thing about eating out and the line, can you make fire without wood, is just... This is peak puns. I love it. These are hands down some of the most clever lyrics that I've ever heard. So what I'm getting from this is that the way to keep my attention throughout a long song is either you make it very musically dynamic and dramatic, or you make a 5-minute song about eating someone out. This is called A Bad Girl. Sounds too soft to be a song about a bad girl. I love this melody. Her vocals just sound so pretty. I mean, what else is new? This is a really good chorus. I love how this melody could very well work with a more grungy song. But it's very soft and mellow and gentle when it comes to the musical, you know, like the production perspective. When it comes to my personal taste, I think the general style of music, I think 90s pop music did ballads better than they did dance pop music. You know, just like from my very personal and biased perspective. So I love 90s ballads, so this is really pretty and I'm really enjoying this. I really love this chorus melody. The next song is called Waiting. Oh, I love these lyrics. Oh, this is groovy, yes. This is so far a very dark album. Like, I think we're halfway through. Yeah, this is track number 7. And like, it's a lot more gritty and, you know, just dark. Not only in lyrics, but in the overall feel of it. Because like, all these songs, like, they're not only about like, you know, adult topics and like, you know, serious stuff usually, but also very dark in production and melodies. Like, there's nothing bright or sparkly about it. I find it really interesting, especially when you consider, you know, like how the artist grows with each album that they make. Like, songs like this, they don't seem like you can bop to them, obviously. They're very rhythmic and they make you want to move, but it feels like a more serious listening album. Like, you sit down and you listen to it. You don't just like have it in the background somewhere, unless you're in that serious and gloomy mood. Oh, this sounds really cool. Oh, that was interesting. This song is called Thief of Hearts. Oh. What is this background sound? That was interesting. Oh, I love the lyrics already. Oh. Oh, that's fun. Bitch. Oh god, this is good. I was almost, snoozing throughout like the first minute of the song, but this part is so good. I don't know what this background sound is, but it's really interesting. I really like it. Bitch is definitely the best lyric of the song. I'm just kidding. It just has the best energy. This is definitely one of the best parts of the album. Like, it's just so catchy. It's so bouncy. I love it.
Now sit your ass down.
Oh, that ending though. That was so badass. This song is called Words. Oh, that intro was so pretty. I love the synths in this. I love these vocal melodies. Like, I love Madonna's vocals all throughout the album, but I feel like in most songs they're just drowned out by the beat. The beat is put in the very forefront of the track, while her beautiful vocals and the, occasional harmonies that she does, I feel like it drowns in the mix. Sometimes I can't even tell what lyrics she's singing, just because everything else is put before the vocal. Like, not, before as in, like, before physically putting, but like in front of the vocal. Like, this melody is wonderful. Her voice sounds wonderful. Oh, this is so pretty. Oh, I love this. Oh god, that's so pretty. I love this part. Is this the bridge? I don't know what this is, but it sounds beautiful. It's beautifully produced. I think that this is just one of those things, like this entire album is just one of those things that if you listen to it enough times, you will fall in love with it, because the musical, part, when it comes to like the music composition, the melodies are wonderful. Madonna's vocals sound wonderful. The harmonies are wonderful. I feel like the 90s pop music production is what is holding me back from like fully absolutely loving what I love most about Madonna is like her vocals, her songwriting, her melodies and stuff like that. Oh, that was so good. Oh god, I love vocal chops so much. Oh, this sounds good. Like, the piano in this composition is really cool too, but once again, I didn't really notice it until the end of the song. This next track is called Rain. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, the big drums. Oh. Oh, that's fucking beautiful. Oh Lord. Oh my god, yes. Oh wow. These drums. the harmonies, the grounded bass, the beautiful, familiar, and warm chord progression. Oh god. My soul is singing. This is legit the most beautiful song on this album. Nothing else compares even slightly. I haven't heard anything this beautiful in ages. Wow. Like, this is so simple and so calm, but it's just perfect. Oh, this is amazing. I literally, you know, sitting through roughly 40 minutes of generic 90s production, it's all worth it. It's all worth it for this song. I'm absolutely in love. Oh? A worm? That was incredible. I love these harmonies, like they're so beautiful. See, with this kind of song, you're not even worried about how long it is because it could last forever. It's just so pretty. Everything about it is perfect. I am so in love right now. Oh my god, the key change beach! That's one of my favorite things in the world. Oh. Oh my god. Well, that was absolutely perfect and the best thing that I've heard in ages. This song is called Why Is It So Hard? Oh, I love those lyrics already. Oh, that's such a mood. Challenge the system! Yes, bitch! Once again, I feel like her vocals are so drowned out by everything else that I can't really get all the lyrics, which seem to be really relevant, by the way. I am really loving those lyrics. Like, the production isn't that spectacular. I mean, nothing is gonna be spectacular after Raid. But the lyrics are definitely amazing. Also, Spotify doesn't say who's singing the backing vocals, but I'm really loving them. Oh, I love this piano, actually. Oh! Oh, yes! I love this melody. This is interesting. Kinda groovy, I like that. Oh, I love this. That is my favorite line. Challenge the system! Like, these entire lyrics are super relevant, and they never stop being relevant. This song is called In This Life. Oh, that's sad. I want to say this is the designated sad song of the album, but this entire album is not very happy, you know? Oh, that just hurts. This is really, like, it really makes me think and feel things. Oh, now that's beautiful. This is just sad. Like, from the production perspective, it's a pretty song. It's not anything spectacular, you know, for my personal taste, but the lyrics definitely make you feel. That was such a beautiful and important song. This is called Did You Do It? Oh, this is fun. Once again, it doesn't say on Spotify who is featured in the song, so apologies, I have no idea. But sounds beautiful. This is a really interesting track so far.
Once I get started, yo honey, get them legs parted.
I love the flow. This is once again very monotone, but it's worth it for the verse lyrics.
Did you do it? You know what did it? Did you do it?
I love this part too. That is really interesting. And the last song on this album was called Secret Garden. Oh, this is fun. I love the piano. Oh, that's pretty. I love her vocals and the melody of the vocals a lot. I love the lyrics and I love the topic and the message of the song, but it once again feels very monotone and it's over 5 minutes. So I really love the chorus. Like I said, I love the melody, I love her vocals. It's just once again one of those songs that you kind of sit through and you wait for another cooler thing to happen, you know, like what else that is gonna wow me. So this was the Erotica album by Madonna. I don't know, like I feel like for people who maybe grew up with this album, it's a lot more special. For me personally, I think the production is what put me off mostly, because there were definitely songs that had great melodies, they had great harmonies and amazing lyrics, but either the vocals were so buried in the mix and you couldn't even concentrate on that, or it was just like monotone all throughout. And like this last song, I understand that it's conceptual and stuff like that, and this, you know, like Madonna has made like multiple albums previously, so understandably, you know, at that point an artist wants to go a lot more experimental or conceptual and stuff like that. And this was a really serious album. Like it was a pop album, granted, but it was a very serious album. It was heavy, it had heavy tones, and not only lyrically but musically as well. So like that all is cool and fun, and like as a fan and as a music lover, I am able to appreciate that, you know, those little subtleties in melodies and like the complexity of lyrics and certain production elements. But listening to this over and over again, I don't think I would play this whole album, you know, just for my own pleasure, because, well, for instance, Like a Prayer was definitely an album that I absolutely loved, and there are definitely more songs that are closer and dearer to me, I guess. From this, my favorite was definitely Rain. Like you could tell that that was everything to me. I also really loved Deeper and Deeper. Like that was a fun song. It didn't feel boring. It was entertaining and interesting to listen to all throughout. Then there were songs like In This Life or Where Life Begins, where the lyrics were so interesting that you sit throughout the whole song like fully engaged and listening to the story and stuff like that. Like those were amazing as well, even though the production was not my cup of tea, because like the production is okay. Like it has a lot of beautiful compositions in terms of melodies and stuff like that, but like the style itself maybe is not my cup of tea, and that's what it boils down to. Rain was obviously my favorite song because it was bright, it was hopeful. It wasn't a happy song, it wasn't like a bouncy pop song, but it had elements like a grounded chord progression, a grounded bass, big drums, key changes, beautiful harmonies, and interesting melodies. These types of things I love in songs. I instantly connect to songs that have those certain musical aspects to them. So that's why I instantly fell in love and connected to that song, and it's definitely a song that I will be listening to again and again and again. I can tell that already. But yeah, once again, I have no idea what the singles are from this album, so I'll be really curious to see what they are, what music videos she did from this era. Because once again, conceptually, this was a great album. As, you know, for my personal, you know, casual listening, I don't know, maybe I will listen to it if I need inspiration for writing or drawing something that has a specific mood, then I will know that this album exists resist and like go to listen to it. But you know, other than that, I think there are Madonna albums that I loved more than this. But who knows, maybe I'll get obsessed with it and like fall in love with it even more, because that's the way it is with music. The more you listen to it, the more you fall in love with it, whether you want it or not, you know? So yeah, that was really interesting to listen to. What do you guys think about this album? Tell me in the comments down below what are your favorite songs. And yeah, that'll be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe to this reaction channel because I post new reaction videos every single day. And of course, I'll be continuing to react to Madonna stuff chronologically. And whenever she releases anything new, I'll be sure to react to it as well. So yeah, thanks so much for watching this video and I will see you next time. I love you guys. Bye!